Hey spooks, welcome to Halloween Horror Stories with me, Emily Jane FX. In this tutorial I'm going to create this Graveyard Beauty Queen makeup, and I'm also going to talk to you about the first case of a real life zombie, Clairvius Narcisse. So this strange tale begins in 1962. Clevius Narcisse, a man from Haiti, was pronounced dead by two doctors and he was buried. But then 18 years later, he shows up in his village and approaches his sister, and he proves to her that it's him by knowing information that no one else could possibly know, and he's basically come back from the dead. Clairvius admitted himself to a hospital in Deschapelles, Haiti in 1962. He felt fatigued and had a really high fever and was coughing up blood. The doctors could not figure out what was wrong with him, and he died 3 days later. He was held in cold storage for a day and then buried. He told his sister that he was completely paralysed during his whole death and burial, but totally conscious. He said that he specifically remembered one of the nails that they used to close the coffin piercing his skin. Clairvius claims that he was then brought back to life and given more drugs to keep him in a zombie-like state. He was then forced to work as a slave in a sugar plantation alongside about 150 other zombies. It is believed that this was arranged for him and orchestrated by a Haitian voodoo sorcerer as part of the voodoo religion. It was arranged by one of his family members as a punishment for his behaviour. It is thought that he was drugged by a mixture of tetrodotoxin, which is the venom from a pufferfish, and bufotoxin, which is the venom from a toad, and that together they actually mimic a coma-like state which makes the person appear dead when they're not. When the voodoo sorcerer brought him back from the dead, he believes that he was being poisoned by low doses of datura, and datura is a poisonous flower, and traditionally the psychoactive nature has been associated with witchcraft and sorcery in many different cultures, and this is part of the Haitian voodoo religion. A low dose of it kept him in a zombie-like submissive state. After 2 years, the doses of the drug ceased after the plantation owner died. So then he kind of regained consciousness, but he decided to stay away for another 16 years as he believed it was his family that had arranged for him to be turned into a zombie, as they didn't approve of his lifestyle choices and he did a few things that were against the religion. This case puzzled many doctors, as his death was documented and verified by 2 American doctors. It's argued to be the first verifiable example of the transformation of a human to a zombie, although some scientists are skeptical. Okay guys, thank you for watching my Graveyard Beauty Queen makeup tutorial and listening to the crazy story of Clairvius the zombie. Goodbye.